ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਨੇ ਆਨਰੇਬਲ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਏਡਰੀਅਨ ਡ੍ਰਿਕਸ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਆਫ ਹੈਲਥ ਨੇ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਕੋਲੰਬੀਆ ਦੇ ਲੰਮੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਇਸ ਅਹੁਦੇ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਰਾਜਮਾਨ ਨੇ। ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਸ ਮਸਲੇ 'ਚ ਚਰਚਾ ਵੀ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਦੇ ਟਾਈਮ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਵੀ ਕਈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅਜਿਹੇ ਫੈਸਲੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੂਬੇ ਨੂੰ ਬੜੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਹੈਲਥ ਐਮਰਜੈਂਸੀ ਵਰਗੇ ਹਾਲਾਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੀਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਸ ਕੰਮ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਲਾਘਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਸਰੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਰੀ 'ਚ ਆਬਾਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈ, ਪ੍ਰੋਵਿੰਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਧਦੇ ਨੇ, ਪਾਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਵੱਧਦੀ ਪਈ ਆ, ਪਰ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਤੌਖਲੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹੈਲਥ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਸੂਬੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਲੇ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ। ਹਸਪਤਾਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੋਰ ਲੋੜ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਹਿਲੀਆਂ ਅਨਾਊਂਸਮੈਂਟਸ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸਮੇਂ ਸਿਰ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੂਰਾ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ। ਸੋ ਹੋਰ ਬੜੇ ਕਿ ਅਜਿਹੇ ਤੌਖਲੇ ਨੇ। ਕੁਛ ਨਵੀਆਂ ਅਨਾਊਂਸਮੈਂਟਸ ਸਥਾਨਕ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਕੇਅਰ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਰੀ ਮੈਮੋਰੀਅਲ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਸੋ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਏਡੀਅਨ ਡ੍ਰਿਕਸ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਮਿਸਟਰ ਏਡੀਅਨ ਡ੍ਰਿਕਸ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਏਸ਼ੀਆ TV.
It's great to be on the show, Mr. Callan.
It's always great to have you, to talk to you. With the energy you come up, and that's always a positive.
Right on. No, I'm delighted, and I was in Surrey yesterday, so I have twice as much energy as I normally have.
Oh, good to have you, sir. So first thing first, regarding about the latest announcement the BC government made regarding the kidney care unit in Surrey Memorial Hospital. So what's up with that?
So about a year ago, we announced 30 actions to make things better at Surrey Memorial Hospital. One of the ones that I've been most focused on is ensuring that there's sufficient dialysis in Surrey to address the needs of patients there. We announced yesterday, and it has an $86 million cost, a new renal center at Surrey Memorial Hospital. It'll be right on the northwest corner. People who know the site know where it will be. It will add 21 dialysis chairs to the capacity at Surrey Memorial Hospital. There are currently 39, so that well over sort of a 50% increase. We'll go from 39 to 60 chairs, which is significant. Tens of thousands more procedures a year. And we need that because there is significant kidney disease in the region. And sometimes now patients in Surrey have to go outside of Surrey to get the care they need. You know, as with kidney dialysis, that it requires for people often 3 visits every week for very long sessions. And as a result, people can continue to live beyond their sessions of dialysis relatively normal lives. We met a woman yesterday, Jackie Sim, who is doing just that in Surrey right now. So what the announcement is one of the 30 initiatives we've put in place at Surrey Memorial Hospital. And what we've done is we've done the design, we've done the planning, construction, the pre-construction is going on now. And the ground will be broken in August on this project. So that is really remarkable progress, and it will be in place for the people of Surrey in 2025.
So this was one of the must needed because there has been a long waiting list for the kidneys related, any kind of treatment, surgeries, anything rare. And hopefully this is going to make a difference. But looking at the current population and the growth in the population in the coming years, do you think that this the change or this increase in this unit, that's going to be enough? What are the future plans you think? What more needs to be done? Because people still think after the announcements there's many more things that's in related to kidney care unit that needed to be done.
Well, that's not correct. What we did, we worked with our renal team in Fraser Health, people who are providing the services, and this is a very significant improvement in service. So you're talking about 39 chairs now, 260, and all that requires. That is a massive increase in capacity. Tens of thousands of new dialysis visits every year being added to the community. Dialysis isn't something you can wait for. We're providing those services now. What it means in Surrey is that sometimes people have to go, for example, to New Westminster or other communities to get care. And it's different. I'd say, well, New Westminster isn't very far away, and that's true. But this is care people are getting multiple times every week. So adding this very significant increase in capacity based on the work done by our renal team in Fraser Health and in Surrey is a real improvement for that. And this is about planning for the future. people who need dialysis now are getting dialysis now, but we know those numbers are growing, and we want to be able to, south of the Fraser, ensure that we have the care necessary in the coming years. So this is planning for the future. A lot of people have lots of priorities, of course, and often you don't hear about renal dialysis when talking about fundraising or other things, but it has been a key priority for me, and dealing with that, and it allows people to live with essentially a chronic disease, full lives. It's a huge sacrifice, dialysis, but it's a necessary one. So we're providing the care now, but you're quite right. You have to plan for the future, and that's why we're seeing the significant expansion in care.
As you told, it's going to cost $86 million. Is the all money coming from the BC government?
Yes, it is. It's coming through Fraser Health from the government of BC, and it's a significant amount of money. Of course, $86 million. It's not as large as hospital projects or other things that we've seen before, but it's a very significant investment in renal care in Fraser Health, and it's budgeted. It's in the provincial budget, and it's going forward.
Minister, what do you have to say about the Surrey Memorial Hospital's emergency departments? That's at the top most busiest in the province, and people are suffering there with the long waiting hours. There have been reports of people waiting there for 16 hours, 15 hours. What's government doing regarding that?
Well, adding a lot of resources to Surrey Memorial Hospital. So, as you recall, a year ago, we talked about it at the time, you and I. We put in place 30 actions. We created new positions at Surrey Memorial Hospital, 291 new positions, not existing positions, not replacement, new positions put in place, including significant investments in pediatric emergency. You know also what's happening in Surrey. Right. What's happening in Surrey is the fastest increase in population in Canada, maybe in North America. And so over the last few years across British Columbia, we've added 11% to the number of people on MSP. That's 550,000 more people. And the rate of growth is even higher in Surrey. And secondly, the population in Surrey is what I'd call returning to the mean. Its age distribution is going to the provincial average. It used to be a young community, didn't need healthcare as much. Now it's aging like the rest of the population. And that's why we're building a second hospital. It's under construction now. Why we're in business planning on the new tower. Why we're adding this project. Why we're adding urgent and primary care centers, adding staff to the hospital, and adding other specialist care, such as cardiac care, which we'll be talking about soon. All of these are what Surrey requires. In the emergency room, as you know, is affected by a number of things. It's affected, first of all, by having space on the wards, right? Because if someone is admitted to the hospital, they can be stuck in the emergency room unless there's a place for them to go. And that's why we're working with PICS to build culturally appropriate long-term care, additional beds for that purpose. We also need care for people with mental health addictions, also on the wards who need help in the community. You saw we opened beds for that just recently, and we need to support directly. We need to provide more primary care, and we've added hundreds of doctors, primary care doctors in Fraser Health in the last year, and we need to support our staff in the emergency room as well. So it's not, the emergency room is a symptom. It is dealt with in primary care, in the community, as well as in the emergency room and in the hospital.
Yeah. Minister, my last question for you today, that's regarding the new hospital, as you just mentioned. It's been almost 4.5 years. I think 2019, around December, was when the first announcement regarding the second hospital in Surrey was made. Almost 4.5 years. What work has been done so far? And when can the people of Surrey see this hospital running in the coming future?
So it's under construction, right? Where the Elaston, who's our contractor, is building the hospital. Its budget's been approved. It's $2.8 billion. It's not just a hospital, it's a cancer center. And you see it, if people go to the site, they see the works that are being done on the site now. It does take a long time to build a hospital. And it took longer in Surrey, because as you'll recall, the previous government, the BC United government, and their ally, Mr. Rustad, Mr. Falcon, decided to sell the land available for the hospital. So we did have to find a site, whereas a site had been purchased for this. And they decided not just to not build a hospital in Surrey, Kevin Falcon and John Rustad. They decided not to build a hospital and to try and stop anyone else from building a hospital. Well, we've got through that. purchase the land, pass the concept plan, the business plan, put in place an RFP process, have a winning bidder, are going ahead and are now under construction. And yes, that takes a long time. And that's why we're also taking all of these actions at Surrey Memorial Hospital, including a new tower there that's coming. We're doing all this because Surrey was underserved for healthcare. Everybody knows it. And so that's why all of these investments, new MRIs, multiple sites that we've done, the urgent and primary care center, the primary care network, the nurse practitioner-led clinic, to this, the renal center that we're putting in place, cardiac catheterization, a second hospital, a new medical school, and a new tower. That's in response to the policies of Liberals and Conservatives in the past that neglected Surrey.
Amazing, Minister. I think that's it for today, and thank you for your time.
It's great to be on the show. Look forward to the next time. Maybe after the next announcement, we'll see.
Thank you so much, sir. Definitely we will. Thanks.
Take care.
Thanks. ਸੋ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਕੋਲੰਬੀਆ ਦੇ ਹੈਲਥ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਏਡਰੀਅਨ ਡ੍ਰਿਕਸ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜੋਗਰਾਜ ਸਿੰਘ ਕਾਲਾ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਆ ਗਿਆ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਰਹੋ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਏਸ਼ੀਆ ਟੀਵੀ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ।